Yes, inversions of kinematic chain. The various types of kinematic chains are inversion of 4-bar kinematic chain, coupled wheel of locomotive, pantograph, beam engine, VAT straight line indicator mechanism. Second inversion of single slider crank chain, reciprocating engine mechanism. First inversion, rotary internal combustion engine or NOM engine. Second inversion, Whitworth's quick return mechanism. Second version, oscillating cylinder engine. Third version, crank and slotted lever quick return mechanism. Third version, pendulum pump bull engine. Fourth inversion, inversion of double slider crank chain mechanism, Scotch yoke mechanism, elliptical trimal Oldham coupling. Now we will see one by one. So 4-bar chain mechanism, it consists of 4 turning pairs. Single slider crank chain, it consists of 3 turning and 1 sliding pair. Double slider crank chain, it consists of 2 turning and 2 sliding pair. Then 4-bar chain locomotive coupler beam engine pantograph, inversion of 4-bar kinematic chain, in which first one, there is a large number of inversion of 4-bar chain. Here we have explained as given: coupled wheel of locomotive, double crank mechanism. This is inversion is used to convert rotary motion of one link into rotary motion of other link. You can see in the figure this link 1, link 2, link 3, link 4, and when this PQ rotates, locomotive wheel, coupling rod, and this RS also rotates. So this coupled wheel locomotive. This mechanism consists of link PQ, QR, SR and SP, having all 4 turning pair. Link PS or link 1 is fixed. The opposite link are of same length and parallel, of which 2 are of shorter length, link PQ and link SR, and can perform complete rotation, and hence it is called double crank mechanism. Link PS is fixed, act as a frame of locomotive. The rotary motion of axis P can be transformed to axis C. When the crank PQ rotates, the coupling rod, this coupling rod QR, link QR, oscillates about the fixed link, and which is turned drag the crank SR, and thus transmit rotary motion of shaft with center P and center S. When this PQ rotates, this SR rotates. Then pantograph double lever crank mechanism. In pantograph double lever mechanism, this is the diagram of this pantograph. A pantograph is a mechanism used to produce motion or path exactly to reduce or enlarge size. It is a 4-bar kinematic chain. It consists of 4 link joint in such a way that it forms a parallelogram ABCD. So this parallelogram ABCD. It has 4 turning pairs. Link AB extended to point O extended to point O. Suppose M is the point on the link AD. This M is the point on link AD. Motion to be enlarged. Then the link BC is extended to P such that OM and P, OM and P are in the same straight line. Since ABCD is a parallelogram, it implies that AB equal to CD and AD equal to BC. It is observed that point M, N and P always moves parallel and similar to each other over any path, whether straight or curved. Their motion will always be proportional to their distance from the fixed O. Application of this pantograph or double lever mechanism are: it is used as an instrument to produce geometrical figure and plane area on an enlarged reduced size. It is used to guide cutting tool. Then third one is beam engine, crank and lever mechanism. This is the figure of beam engine. You can see here this link AB rotates. So this link 2 and this link 1. Link 2 rotates. When this rotates, CB pulls down. Since this lever is hinged at D, so this E or piston will move up and down. It is an inversion of 4-bar chain mechanism. The function of this mechanism to convert rotary motion into reciprocating one. When the crank rotates about fixed center A, the lever EDC or CDE oscillate about D, and the end of lever E connected to the piston rod which reciprocate into the cylinder. Then Watt straight line indicator mechanism, double lever crank mechanism. In this mechanism, Watt engine indicator mechanism, which is an inversion of 4-bar chain mechanism, link 1 is fixed. This link 1 is fixed. Link 2 is ABC. ABC is the link 2, and the link 3 is CDP. Both act as a lever. So link BE, this link BE and link ED form link 4, this link 4. Since these two links do not have relative motion between them, the point E is connected to piston of indicator cylinder, and this point moves proportional to the pressure or gas in the cylinder. That means the displacement proportional to gas pressure acting on piston. So when this move up and down, so this P will come to P1, this E will move to E1, this D to D1, B to B1, and proportional gas acting on piston. The point P at the end of lever CDP trace the variation of pressure in the cylinder. This point A traces approximately the line's motion corresponding to motion of E. The initial passion of mechanism shown by full line, while the change in pressure of gas is shown by dotted lines. So the dotted line is the actual continuous line is the actual position, and dotted line when the pressure increase or when this connecting rod or piston moves up. A will come here, D will come here, B will come here, C will come here, P will come at P1. Then inversion of single slider crank chain. Inversion of single slider chain. It is the modification of basic 4-bar chain consisting of 3 turning pair and 1 sliding pair. Single slider mechanism has 4 kinematic links: crank, connecting rod, frame and slider, and 4-bar mechanism has crank, coupler, frame and a follower. A follower or in a 4-bar mechanism replaced by slider. A 4-bar mechanism 4 turning pairs, and single slider crank mechanism has also 4 pairs, but one of the turning pair is replaced by sliding pairs. A 4-bar mechanism rotary motion of crank into oscillating motion of the follower, where in single slider motion is converted in sliding motion of the piston. So here reciprocating engine mechanism. So this crank A is fixed, link A is fixed, and link 2 rotates about O, and the link 3 connecting rod, it slides here. The reciprocating steam engine mechanism is obtained by fixing link 1, acts as a cylinder. It consists of 4 links, namely crank, this crank, connecting rod, piston, cylinder or fixed frame. It has 3 turning pair O, C, P and 1 sliding pair formed by piston P and fixed cylinder shown in the figure. As crank 2 rotates about fixed center or the piston reciprocates in the cylinder link 1. So function is to reciprocate motion into rotary motion of crank. Now rotary internal combustion engine or NOM engine second inversion. In the figure you can see here, this is the original center O and this are the cylinder piston. When this link moves in this inversion of single slider crank chain mechanism, it consists of 6 cylinders, lies in one plane and all involves about the fixed center D. The crank 2 is fixed when the connecting rod, so this crank 2 is fixed, this 2 is fixed, and crank 4 reciprocates, this crank 4 reciprocates. So now next Whitworth's quick return mechanism that we will see in next lecture.